Hi guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel and Happy New Year to everybody, 2023. So today is going to be official, the first video of this year, New Year in January. It has been sort of like a mixed ride in 2022. I'll do a morning thoughts episode, reflect a little bit, looking back, and I'll let you know what's up. Not the most positive me today. You're gonna see a little bit gloominess. I'll explain to you why in that next video, but I would like to do a video for you relating fragrances. If you want to watch the other episode, you can also watch it. I'll let you know what I am thinking, what's happening with me and what I'm predicting for this year and stuff like that, a few thoughts of mine. So I just finished my morning walk. It's about 7:20 a.m. here right now, 7:15-ish. Okay, so it's not that cold today. It was about 16-17 degrees, not much of fog. So it has been like a okay morning. So let's see, we have 15 fragrances here and one joint entry, but these fragrances, as you can see from title, I'm going to put top 15 of some of my most favorite designer perfumes which I find original. What do I mean by original? Original means these fragrances, when they were released, I strongly feel these fragrances were released on their own. They were their own unique idea, unique nose breakdown, something brand new which hardly we see nowadays. Okay, we'll discuss that also, the originality loss in fragrance community or the fragrance company, in the next episode. So these fragrances, when they're out, I'm pretty sure some of them are still pretty unique. There's no real substitute for them. Some of them, they have been copied, but these are some of the most original releases for me. Sometimes you can hate them, sometimes you can like them, but I will show you originality, what it means. First fragrance, number 15, is Joop Homme. Very love it or hate it, very kind of like polarizing fragrance, as you can tell by the color of the juice. This is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. People see this pink juice, pink, is it supposed to be a men's fragrance? People who do not know this, they will be very, very concerned, like, I don't want to wear something that's pink, it might stink my shirt. It doesn't, but it smells very, very challenging. I actually think this fragrance is pretty nice for winter, but it's a very daring perfume, not for any occasion, everyday wear. But the sugary, sort of like a strawberry smell, kind of got the cinnamon, very like a strong sweetness. The sweetness in this is just syrupy thick. And when you smell this, man, the first time I smelled it, I knew for sure I'm not quite like 100% I can pull this off, but I knew this is something I never smelled before. So number 15 is Joop Homme. Check out my review on this. Pretty interesting juice. And these are some of the best designer fragrances of all time, in my humble opinion too. Second one, number 14, I'm going to show you CK Obsession. Today, this morning, I'm wearing CK Obsession Night, which is there. Come here. This morning, not in the best frame of mind, but I was just feeling like gloomy, so I wanted to wear something dark. Obsession Night is a great one. Check it out. So that's a flanker to this perfume. What Obsession does, it's kind of like an old school, kind of like a leather, kind of like a like the fragrance has this kind of like a, almost you can say masculine, leathery. What are the notes in this? I totally forgot actually, but it has spices. It's very spicy fragrance. It's masculine, it's woody, kind of like a leathery to my nose, and maybe sometimes tobacco, I feel. But whatever is in this, it's just sheer masculinity. When I smelled this for the first time so many years back, I definitely did not feel this fragrance has any competitors, that big, So it doesn't matter it's Calvin Klein or what fragrance or what house. This is one of the most unique fragrances I ever smelled, and I think every man should at least try this once. Okay, CK Obsession For Him. Third one I'm going to show you, it's a very simple fragrance. I just absolutely adore this, and this fragrance has been, I don't know, reformulated or repackaged, for sure repackaged, but I just absolutely love the way it smells. There's nothing like this in the market. This is called Burberry London. And why this is so special is that the fragrance is still very affordable. You can find this well under $40-45, okay? Prices have gone high in recent times, but still I would say very one of those affordable designer charms, okay? There is a note of like, what's that wine? Port wine, port wine, tobacco, kind of like a wet tobacco vibe. And it has kind of some sort of spices, and I get the smell of guava in this. That's what I feel. Maybe perhaps the port wine smells like guava, I don't know. But this fragrance, it's very unique. To my nose, in my humble collection, when I started collecting, this was one of my most unique perfumes. And I was like, wow, what am I smelling? Because, you literally smell fragrances which is copied from the other DNA or popular DNA like Aventus, Pseudonym. So those fragrances are not here, but I feel when Aventus was released, perhaps it was original, but I did not include it. But when you smell Burberry's London, it's just London. It cannot be anything else that unique. So till today, it holds its candle. Number 4, Or yeah, let's just go, because these are not by ranking, these are all unique. Next one is gonna be this fragrance, John Vervatos Artisan, okay, or Artisan Black, sorry, not Artisan Black, Dark Rebel. See, the bottle confuses me. So this fragrance, I think it's discontinued. It's picking up very, very good prices. Like now it's selling for about $80-85 in Bangladesh. Do not know how much it's selling for or if it's available. When I smelled it for the first time, I was like, this is a fragrance very unique. Not going to be wearing this every day. It's definitely winter vibes. And leather jacket perhaps. It got this tobacco kind of spices, very dark. When you smell this, man, there was literally, I did not smell anything like this in any of my fragrances over thousands, So definitely John Vervatos created kind of like a stunner here with the bottle also very unique. John Vervatos Dark Rebel, okay? Rebel Ride is also good, but this is very original. So next one, back to back two Versace. I'm going to show you the first one. It's called Versace the Dreamer. If you do not have this, perhaps you are missing out on a very unique fragrance. You never smelled it, you'll be regretting it if it was discontinued or gone. Versace Dreamer, it's kind of this powdery tobacco fragrance, it has wet feel, and this fragrance is supremely long lasting, there's some florals in it, I believe. So this fragrance is clean, masculine, and the dry down is just, as Mark says, it gets better and better, and the longevity is still, with the reformulation, is very good, and the bottle is very, very stunning. What I like about Dreamer is that it's just absolutely like nothing else. It stands out in the crowd, one of the most unique Versace ever made, okay? I think one of their best releases ever. One of my dear friends from Mexico brother Alonso, loved this. So this is signature scent worthy, one of my most unique designer fragrances, and really like, original for me. There's nothing like this before Eros. I mean, not Eros. Eros is the next one, sorry. Versace Eros is my next one. Like the Dreamer, there was nothing like it. Even today, I don't feel there's much like that. Eros, nowadays you get a lot of clones. But when this was released, I remember when I smelled it for the first time, I had fragrances before this. I smelled many fragrances. I don't feel this was inspired by anything. It was like a own unique release, which was very successful. Tonka, apple, vanilla, and green apple. Not apple, green apple, sorry. And the strength of this fragrance back then, it was like enormous. Nowadays, it still lasts. You have EDP, Perfume, the Flame. But original Eros is like one of a kind, okay? It's a lady pleaser. And I think this fragrance gets complemented, clubbing, one of the best clubbing scents, and a really nice looking bottle. And I think this fragrance was one of the best, unique, and like say, original releases from House of Versace. Check it out, Versace Eros. I'm pretty sure you already smelled it and had it many years back already. Next one, similar looking bottle, but this fragrance is officially discontinued, very hard to find. When this was available, many people didn't care for it, including me. I sold off my bottle. When this became hard to find, I bought it. This is Guerlain Low Medial Cologne. So you may say, how is this original release? Because the original of this is Low Medial EDT. Okay, so when I smell Low Medial, the original, this and that has nothing in common, in my humble opinion. This one has a nuttiness and then some citrus and some musk, which is totally different from the original or the EDP or Lointons, other ones from this line. This one, the uniqueness of this is that nuttiness mixed with the citrus is just so soothing. You can say the Givenchy Gentleman cologne, which I also have, is similar to this, but I just keep this a little bit ahead in terms of smell. The price range perhaps is now way too much, but originality wise, this was an original release. I never smelled anything like it in my, maybe similar to the citruses, but that almond, like the almond or that almond, that nuttiness, it's just so creamy, so sexy, and just a very thin layer on yourself. Just very sexy fragrance for summer. Low Medial Cologne. Next, Hermes. And you must be thinking, Terre Hermes. Yes, that's an original release, but for some reason, I sometimes like it, sometimes I don't. But this fragrance definitely, H24 will pique your interest if you like something original. It's a love it or hate it fragrance. Not everybody will like it. It has this weird kind of a smell to it, When I smell it, there's nothing. In my whole collection, all the stuff that I smelled in shops from other people's collection, never smell anything like it. Hermes definitely deserves the credit. There's a new version of it I want to try, which is a stronger version of it, but definitely one of the more unique ones. H24 by Hermes. Next one, as I forgot to mention Terre Hermes, I included Dunhill Icon. Dunhill Icon is a fragrance people compare this with TDH, okay? Terre Hermes and this smells nothing alike. I'll tell you, go to the mall and smell them. Perhaps they have some common elements like vetiver, some spices, but this fragrance right here, it's better than Terre Hermes, in my humble opinion. More modern, more wearable, and this is just my discovery, and I loved it back in 2016 when it was released. you get a lot of this neroli, leather, man, the spices, there's some freshness, there's some great longevity from this. It's one of a kind fragrances, I think, unique release. And Dunhill, one of their best fragrances, okay, Dunhill's Icon. Next one, then we hit top 5 is Prada Amber Pour Homme, very high class bar of soap, you guys know that. Look at the juice color, sadly discontinued. If you don't have it, put a rush, put your credit card and get like 2-3 bottles back up, because this stuff will be your lifelong treasure, okay? Even if you do not use it that much, you can sell these other 2 bottles in a couple of years for a very good price tag. The reason being, Prada Amber is one of those one-of-a-kind fragrances. In designer, one of the best perfumes ever. Hands down, every reviewer will agree with me on this one, okay? This smells expensive, okay? Prada is one of the best creation. I think this is the best Prada fragrances of all time, okay? Prada Amber, Pour Homme. Check out my review. Perfection 10 fragrance, very unique still. Number 5, this fragrance right here. Uniqueness, originality at best. Narciso Rodriguez For Him EDT. So you may say, why didn't I include the EDP or the mask? Well, this one came first, right? And I have another one that is, you know, solely on violet leaves and stuff, but this one right here, I cannot pull it off quite. You know, sometimes when it rains, when it's kind of like this cloudy and got this strong breeze going, that's the day I wear it. Otherwise, I find no occasion to wear it. Like Encre Noir, very unique release, but this one is a little bit better than Encre Noir in my humble opinion, because the longevity is great, okay? This fragrance you'll smell like nobody else, or nobody will smell like you when you wear this at workplace, but wear less, okay? Narciso Rodriguez For Him EDT, dark musk, okay? And with violet leaves. Number 4 is Tom Ford Noir Anthracite, one of the best things that I did last year and one of the most expensive decisions of my last month's purchase, okay, or spending. This is a fragrance, used to be around $120, $130 when it was available. It was I think it's a failed launch from Tom Ford, okay, I'll tell you. It did not sell well, I think. If it did, it wouldn't be discontinued or called off or stopped production. But you know what Tom Ford made here? I smell many Tom Ford. They have very, very aggressive approach to many fragrances. This is one of their most aggressive fragrance, which should be part of their private blend, which should cost $350 or more. If you are gonna sell something unique, this is unique. Longevity beast. I never smell anything like it. It's a spicy, mineral-like, earthy, ashy. Man, this is something like smells like after a space war, or like, you know, you had a war with aliens and stuff. You smell some smoky, you know, copper in the air. You know, this is what it smells like. Extremely unique, okay? Tom Ford Noir Anthracite, definitely one of my favorites. Number 3, let me show you one of my favorites, CK Reveal For Him. I got a backup bottle just before the year ended. The reason being, I love it. There's nothing like CK Reveal, and you'll agree with me, it's not a clone of anything. One of the most unique releases. You know, I love this over CK Obsession any day, but CK Obsession, it's kind of like a special mood fragrance. This one, it lifts your mood. Whenever you wear it, this goes like, hey, you are okay, you are happy, you are sweet, and it is boozy, very long lasting, gets compliments. It's a happy fragrance, okay? CK Reveal is a fragrance I strongly suggest you get. Even if you're blind by this, if you have sweet tooth, you'll like this fragrance. One of the most favorite fragrance, 10 out of 10 for me, is CK Reveal. Number 2, another gem I collected last year. It was expensive, of course, now it's very rare. It's called L'Instant de Guerlain EDT. So I have the extreme there, Liege. Where is it? Yeah, there, Liege. And that one, it's impossible to find. What I like about this, I think this one came out before the extreme, so this one gets the credit. There was nothing like it. When it came out, I did not see any review that said this one smelled like something they smelled before. This one is the bitter cacao, like a powdery, man, orange, you know. It's a strange fragrance. Not everybody likes it. The person who bought it, I bought it from, he did not like it. But man, when I fell in love with this, I fell head over heels. Hunt it down if you can. One of the most unique and posh, like a sophisticated high-class fragrance, L'Instant de Guerlain EDT by Guerlain. So that's leading me to number 1. I have a joint entry here, okay? And these are both by Dior, and I give them accolade, you know, like these 2 fragrances, massive respect. And you guys know what they are, Dior Homme and Fahrenheit. I could not separate them. I could have put like one here, one there, but I think they're the best Dior ever made. Best. Eau Sauvage is great. They have Dune, which is okay. They have Higher Line, which is okay. So they have Sauvage, nothing new. But these 2 perfumes gave birth to many flankers, and I have my favorite Dior Homme Intense from this line, which is my favorite over this, trust me. But when I smell these, I think when they were released, they were nothing like them in the market. Most original releases, and I love Fahrenheit over anything, any of the other flankers. But Dior Homme Intense is my signature scent. Thanks to Dior Homme. Nice little lipsticky, citrusy, kind of like a mild leather kind of fragrance for mild cold weathers. This is such a magical stuff, romantic. And Dior Fahrenheit is one of the most masculine fragrances, which has a smell of gasoline. I have a 2012 bottle, which is amazing. So check them out. These are two fragrances to end the video. So I'll do an extra video. Hopefully I can upload it. Today we're gonna have a power failure, I think, and hopefully I can upload before that. Whole day we're not gonna have power, thanks to our great government, the New Year gift. So anyway, I'll talk about that in the next video. Take care and have a great New Year. Wishing all the best, and let's see what we plan for this week, this year ahead. Take care.